What's going on? What's going on? Everybody, some time to tap in and check in. We gonna do what we do. Thanks to everybody for their love and their support. Give some people some time to check in and tap in. Everybody, some time to tap in and check in. Do what I do. As always, a platform now for you. Don't recommend. Not interested. Unsubscribe. To everybody else, hit that subscribe button. Hit that doorbell so when I go live, you can hear the doorbell go off. Check people, make sure it's me. Let's get to work. Just give us some people some time to tap in. I'm gonna give it to the 5 minute mark and do what I do. Hope everybody blessed on this Sunday night, evening, morning, wherever you may be, wherever you're at on the globe. Let's get ready. Let's get focused. Strap on that seatbelt. We're gonna be ready to rock and roll. So already, I got 3 people in the building. I appreciate it. Come in, hit the like button, or if you didn't subscribe, subscribe. Like I said, we're gonna do some things, you know. So for all those who don't know or didn't see, you know, I did a live yesterday. So you go back and check that so you can have a better understanding of what's going on today. Like I said, I give it to the 5 minute mark. And I do what I do. So I'm just giving some people some time to tap in and check in before I launch. Overall, I just pray everybody's okay and they staying focused and they doing what they gotta do. Once we get to the 5 minute mark, though, I'm gonna start the content. So again, I got 4 people in the building. Hope y'all hit that like button so the video can go out to other people. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe. And like I said, hit that doorbell so when I do go live, you'll hear the doorbell go off. You look through the peephole, see it's me, and that's rock and roll. I just want to give some people some time. 5 minute mark, and I'm gonna get into it. So give me 1 second while I'm waiting. Mm. Just wait until the 5 minute mark, and I'm gonna do what I do. Make sure you hit that like button. All right, so see the title. I'm crazy. or I'm insane, or I'm loco. So the thing I'm understanding and acknowledging from experience is for me to accept I'm crazy because the way I see things and the way people tell me about the way I see things, I'm crazy. So my vision is blurred when it comes to the things that I see. Because when I explain what I see, I'm blind, or I'm not looking correctly, or I can't see straight. It's because the things I point out that I see. So that makes me crazy. That makes me insane. Like how people put themselves in situations and ask themselves how they get into situations they're in. See, when you don't love you, to me, what's the issue when somebody else does? When you don't love you, what's the issue when nobody else does? See, I get that a lot from body language, from communication, from energy, from vibes, from frequencies. People don't love themselves. So it confuses me how they upset when somebody else don't love them. And they'll tell you all the time, I love myself, I love myself. They consistently and constantly do things to show they don't love themselves. They do that all the time. And I don't care about it. The issue becomes, however, is that they knock someone else who don't love them or don't show them love or not being loyal or not riding things all the way out. But they know they don't love themselves. They know that. They know they don't. So I'm crazy because I'll point that out. Like, so let me get this straight. So you got a disagreement, or you upset, or you emotional, or you feeling some type of way because this person over here don't love you the way you believe they should, or the way you know they can, but you don't even love yourself due to facts that you're slacking and lacking in certain areas in your own life. Like, how can you put pressure on somebody else to love you and be there for you when you're not doing it for yourself? Like, it should never be no days off from you loving yourself, from you being there for yourself, regardless. It should never be no days off from that. Like I said, though, I'm starting to analyze. That's what it is. See, people love you for seasons. It's like when somebody go for a job and they get hired for seasonal for a holiday period. And then maybe if the job got enough room or space and they start hiring permanently, they'll call you back. But that's not a permanent spot. It's temporary. So people only do things temporarily until it start benefiting them. Fatty's World, what's going on, friend? Thanks for tapping in to the live stream. I appreciate that. People only deal with you for reasons and seasons. They don't want to permanently be in your life. They don't want to permanently be in your life. Thank you for watching from the Philippines, friend. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you. People only want to be in your life for seasons, not reasons, just for seasons. It's temporary. They want to come and go out your life. See, that makes me crazy Because I'm not going to allow nobody to come and go out my life no more. They permanently there or they just gone. And when they permanent, they going to be there regardless of a hurricane, of a tornado, of a volcano erupting, of a blizzard. It could be 1,000 degrees of humidity. Should we survive, they still going to be there. It could be below 1,000 degrees outside. Should we survive that, they going to be there. But that make me crazy because I don't want no more temporary nothing in my life from nobody. I don't care who it is. I don't want nothing temporary from nobody. And I ain't having that no more. That makes me crazy. I'll be that. I'll be that. I'll be crazy based off that, based around that. But I won't be crazy for having boundaries, for having standards. And I'm putting a limit on how I allow people to deal with me. I'm going to say that again. I'm putting limits on how I allow people to deal with me. I'm definitely going to put limits on that. How people deal with me, how I let people interact with me, how I let people talk to me, how I let people treat me. And I don't care who don't like it. I don't care who's offended. Because if I'm offended, then that's a bigger problem than them being offended. Because it's my life. I make the first and the last decision who come and go out my life. I'm not going to let nobody else make those decisions for me, then be emotional or upset or feel some type of way when I allow somebody else to make those decisions for me. See, I'm not going to be selfish with somebody because we competing. I'm going to be thankful for me. And I ain't worrying about competing against other people. I'm competing against me to be more intelligent than I was the day before. See, I'm not on here for the clown show. That makes me crazy. I'm not on here for Romper Room show and tell. I ain't on here for that. So whoever tuned in, whenever they tune in, however they tune in, if you think I'm going to entertain you, don't come back. I'm going to teach you something. You're going to learn. If you don't want to learn, no problem. You ain't got to come back. But being here, you're going to learn because I'm going to teach. Because a lot of people like to play around. A lot of people want to joke around until people start laughing at them. See, that make me crazy because I understand that it's musical chairs. Where you going to be at when the music stops? Will somebody pull a chair from up under you, now you on the floor? And now everybody laughing at you because the chair got pulled out. Oh, you ain't going to think it's funny? But when the chair got pulled from somebody else, it was funny. It was something to laugh at. See, that make me crazy that I analyze that I see that. See, this thing called life, you get one. And it ain't nothing wrong with having some fun, but ain't nothing to joke. That makes me crazy. That makes me insane because there's nothing wrong with having fun, but ain't nothing to joke. There's nothing wrong with having fun, but ain't nothing joke. Because I have fun, but I ain't joking around. Because when you play, you get played out. See, that make me crazy. And when you playing games, it's a winner and a loser. See, the game I'm playing ain't no winners or losers. Because I ain't playing with a controller or a joystick. It's a game in my brain. So I control the next move. I control what I say, when I say it, how I say it, who I say it to. So it's really a mind thing and it's not a game. If that make me crazy, so be it. That make me weak, so be it. Whatever it makes me, I'm not mad at that. But what it won't make me is a fool. So I'll be insane, crazy, weak. I ain't no fool though. See, what makes me insane is that I understand that the wise man could always play the role of the fool, but the fool could never play the role of the wise man. That ain't gonna never happen. That ain't gonna never happen. So a lot of people, not all, not everybody, not all, but a lot of people say what they looking for, say what they want. Then when they get it, oh, I don't want it like that. I ain't think it was gonna be on this level. So you could say you want a real man in your life. Then when you get a real man, you don't want to be a real woman. You could say you want a real woman in your life. When you get a real woman, you don't want to be a real man. You could say you're looking for a career position. Then when you get it, you're like, damn, I don't feel like wearing shoes every day. I ain't know how to get up every day at 6 in the morning. It's not about the shoes. It's not about getting up 6 in the morning. It's about what you said you was looking for. See, that make me crazy for calling it out. That make me crazy for questioning it. See, when you make statements nowadays, everybody want to be right. But see, when you ask questions and you ask the right questions, nobody gonna give you the answers you're looking for because it ain't a right or wrong answer. It's just giving you answers. You got to find out if those answers are correct or incorrect. People don't want to give you answers though. That makes me insane because I ask real questions. If somebody ranks supreme in something, why would I still want to be involved with it? So if somebody's ranked supreme allegedly on the internet, why would I still want to be on it? I know nobody ranks supreme on the internet. Everybody doing what they doing. So I'm not going to be timid and worried. Somebody going to always have more, somebody going to always have less. But that make me insane because I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. It's going to be somebody with more subscribers than somebody else. It's going to be somebody with less subscribers than somebody else. That don't make the people subscribers better. That don't make the person with less subscribers nobody. Life is about evolving. Somebody that got a lot of something, they still gonna be looking for more. And rightfully so. Or somebody with less of something, they're gonna be looking for more. Rightfully so. But that make me insane because I understand there's gonna always be somebody with less and always be somebody with more. It also make me insane when some people get what they believe is more, they unsatisfied. And that's not due to evolving. They not satisfied because they looking at what somebody else got. And they like, if they could get it, I could get it. I don't want what somebody else got. I want what's due to me. See, that make me insane. I want what's due to me. And what's due to me, I'm gonna go out there and earn it. So nobody can tell me what's due to me. I'm gonna go earn it. I'm gonna get it and bring it back for me. That make me insane. Cause I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go get it and bring it back. See, things make me insane because I know it's the difference between help and support. Those are not the same things. Help and support is not the same thing. Support is I do what I'm doing on my podcast. People going to support it. I don't really need help from anyone. Whoever willing to support me, I'm thankful. I'm gonna do this regardless if people support me or not. The help is it's like, yo, I can't do this podcast. I need your help. I need your help. See, support, people gonna give me that because I'm gonna do my thing regardless. I support people. I ain't helping nobody. I support people though. So I'm insane for understanding that help and support is two different things. Because a lot of people like to categorize things and it's just not the same. It's just not. But when you point that out, you're a hater. You don't know what you're talking about. What you mean? Help and support is two different things. That makes me insane because I identify with that. There's so much going on in the world today. What makes me insane is that people worry about minute things. Just because I vote for somebody, that don't mean I support them or I'm against them. Maybe at the time when I voted for them, I respected their policies or the things they said they would implement. That don't mean that I'm pro them or anti somebody else. But that makes me crazy. That makes me insane. I'm pro me. So you know what that means to certain people? Or to some people, I'm anti other people. Don't mean that. But if I ain't pro me, who's gonna be pro me then? But since I'm pro me, that means I'm anti people then. That's what I'm talking about. Those are things that make me insane. See, the world we living in, people want results right now. And then when they get the right now results, no, we ain't mean it like that. We ain't want it like that, even though we want it now. Want it now? Okay. I was going to put it in the oven. It's going to take a little longer. It may be a little hot, but I was going to put it in the oven. You want it now, you put it in the microwave. It may not come out the same way. Mine's going to take a little longer, but I know it's going to be done all the way through. Put it in the microwave, it may be spots that might be cold in certain areas because you put it in the microwave. But that make me insane for understanding that. That make me crazy for understanding that. So I put it in the oven. And when you call it out, you the problem. You the issue. You the issue. How people looking for real things and real people and they got fake things and they fake people. Can't want a real man, you got fake hair. Can't want a real woman and you scamming or you hustling or you out here robbing. That's temporary money. That ain't really nothing that could pay bills for the long haul. That ain't something that's sustainable. You're gonna have to keep stealing. You're gonna have to keep robbing. You're gonna have to keep selling drugs. Just like if you fake, you're gonna have to keep buying wigs and weaves. You're gonna have to keep doing that. You're gonna have to keep up with the fakeness. But see, that makes me crazy because I'm gonna call it out or I'm gonna question it. And I prefer to question it because when you call it out, you a hater. You just mad. You just jealous. You just envious. So that make me insane because I'm like, well, how am I a hater? How am I jealous? How am I insane? Can't want something real and you got fake things or you being fake. I didn't know real and fake go together. They say opposites attract, but I didn't know fake and real go together on no levels, no parts of life. But some people want real and they fake or they got fake things. Like I said, can't want a real man, got fake hair, got fake nails. Can't want a real woman and you out here hustling, robbing, and stealing because that money ain't gonna last. It's temporary. You gotta keep doing it. Just like with the female, you gotta keep up with the fake hair. You gotta keep up with the BBL or whatever you got going on. You can't want somebody to accept you for you when you're not accepting you for you. That makes me insane because I'm question that. Well, how do you want somebody to be with you for you and love you for you? You don't even love you for you. Because if you did the things you're doing, you wouldn't be doing it. You wouldn't be doing it. You wouldn't be out there scamming, hustling, and stealing, and trying to get a fast buck. But you want to settle down with a real woman. And you can't want to settle down or be with a real man, and that hair on your head ain't yours. Don't matter if you pay for it, it ain't growing out your scalp, it ain't yours. That make me insane because I'm a hater. I'm envious. I'm jealous. I'm ranting. Who hurt me? Nobody hurt me. Who hurt you? You out here stealing and robbing, selling drugs. Or you out here with fake hair on your head, fake nails on your fingers. But you ain't hurt. Obviously, you're trying to cover up. You don't want to be the authentic you. You don't want to be the natural you. That makes me insane because I'm like, everybody don't need to be acknowledged as a king and a queen. Because when you get acknowledged on that level, you understand that when you saying you're a queen, now you might have to be jeopardized on the chessboard for the game to keep going because the king is the last piece. And when you're saying you're a king, you got to know how to move your queen around so she don't just get took for no reason or be jeopardized for no reason. That makes me insane because I'm going to ask questions or I'm going to point it out. And I prefer to ask questions to point it out because when you point it out, what else makes me insane? All people want to do is say, I got you. You was wrong. And this is not about wrong or right no more. This is about thinking now. It's about strategizing now. It's not about right and wrong no more. Because a lot of people been right, but where has it gotten them? Nowhere. A lot of people been wrong. Where has it gotten them? Nowhere. Strategizing now. See, that's the element it's getting to. And the need to start being focused on strategizing, making strategic moves that matter, that count, that's going to hold validity. Rest in peace to my father. See, things like this make me insane, make me crazy. When my father died, he was in a hole. He owed people money. When I pass away, I ain't gonna owe nobody nothing. So even if, or even when I pass away, at least I ain't in the hole. My kids ain't gonna have to pay for nothing. Even if I don't have a penny to leave them, at least they ain't gonna have to put no money up for nothing. Everything will be taken care of. That's what I mean. Things like that make me insane. People ain't thinking about that. They living right now. They living for the moment. They living for the moment. That make me insane because it's bigger than the moment. It's bigger than the moment. They want to be famous right now. They don't want to put the work in. They want to be successful right now. They don't want to put the work in. Take time. And then you got to do it your way. Don't follow nobody else's format. Don't follow nobody else's blueprint. You become the blueprint. You become the format. That makes me insane. That makes me insane. That makes me insane because I know I'm the blueprint. I'm the format. It don't happen without me. But that make me insane though. That make me bugged out. Because when you call it out, you got a problem. When you ask questions, why you want to know that? Why you worrying about that? Because it's important. It's important to understand and see the differences in things, in situations, in people. That makes me insane because I get it. I had to cut people off and out my life. Don't matter what's the relation. Well, that's my aunt. I can't do that to my aunt. Yes, I can. That's my uncle. I can't do that to my uncle. Yes, I can. Those are my kids. I'm supposed to always be there for them. Who really says that? I don't have to be there. And what makes me insane is when you're there or when I was there, I still got called out. Oh, you're not a real man, or you're not a real father, or you're not real so and so. So now that I'm gonna just be out and leave the situation alone, it makes me insane. No, what made me insane or crazy because I stayed in the situation and I was disvalued. I was disappreciated because that good old line will come up and say, ain't nobody perfect. Okay. So if ain't nobody perfect, how you trying to hold somebody to a certain standard of perfection, knowing nobody's perfect? Knowing that though, If you really, really know that, how you gonna try to hold somebody to that standard of perfection? But when it's your goal to be held to that standard of perfection, it's an issue. You know life ain't perfect. Why you on it like that? Give me an opportunity. Another thing makes me insane that I appreciate that I was able to reevaluate. Things that take 4, 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years to get done. People looking at me to get it done in a year or two, 18 months. Something that take 4, 5 years to get done. I don't get it done in 18 months, 2 years. Now, I ain't no good. I'm just taking up space. I'm wasting time. But this thing or the situation that I got to handle take 4, 5 years to get done. How I'm going to get it done in 2 years? How? And if you know somebody that can get it done in that time, why you ain't deal with them on that level so they can get it done quicker than me? So you ain't even got to wait for me. You ain't even got to put the pressure on yourself to wait for me. That make me insane for calling that out. How I got 30 to 40% of say so in somebody's life, and now their life don't turn out the way other people that got way more say so than me do. It's more my fault, and I barely got say so in their life. I barely got say so. I got 25, maybe 30% of say so in their life. Somebody else got 60 to 70% of say so in their life. But their life don't turn out the way it's supposed to. It's my bad. I'm at fault for that. I'm wrong for that. Carla, what's going on, sis? Thanks for tapping in. You feeling better today? All is well with you? How everything going on this Sunday evening? So, again, I don't want no pats on the back. I don't want no round of applause. However, when things go wrong, it's my bad. When things go right, no, I don't get no acknowledgement. That makes me insane for pointing that out. That makes me insane for pointing that out. So things go downhill. It's my bad. You the reason nobody got nothing. You the reason we struggling. You the reason we ain't successful. But then when I put the effort and energy in and it go right, oh no, I don't get, and again, I don't want no pat on the back. I don't want no round of applause. I don't want no credit. However, it makes me insane when I pointed out the facts that when things don't go right, it's my bad. It's my bad. But when things go good, I get no acknowledgement. And again, I don't want the acknowledgement. It's not about the acknowledgement. It's about the facts. When things go bad, it's my fault though. See, things like that make me insane because I'll point that out to somebody. I'm saying, okay, you seen all them things right there that happen on a positive or productive level, or those good things? I was behind the scenes putting in work. Oh, you was? I didn't know that. Of course you didn't know. And I'm not telling you so you could give me credit or give me a round of applause or give me a pat on the back. I'm just letting you know that I was putting in work because when things didn't go right or things wasn't good, I was the same person that was told I was the reason for that. I was the cause for that. I was the cause for people struggling. They ain't got money. Or I was the cause of people being stressed out or them having headaches. So now when I leave a situation alone, it don't matter who it involves. It could involve 5 other people. I leave the situation alone. Oh, he abandoned us, or he's scared, or he ran. But then when you stay in the situation and put the effort and energy in, and things start to turn around, things start to get better. Nobody say, "Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, yo, he a strong dude. He fought that out." Again, I don't want the acknowledgement or the credit. I'm just looking at it from the real angles here. When it goes wrong or it goes awry, I'm the bad guy. But when it works out, I get no acknowledgement. And I don't want the acknowledgement. I don't want that. I'm just trying to understand See, that makes me insane because I'll point that out. Like, hold on. So they dead right. When things wasn't right, I contributed to things not being right. I'm saying, but I had something to do with things being right about certain aspects, not everything, certain things. And see, this is what make me insane. They'd be like, oh, you did that, you want credit for that. No, but I'm saying I wasn't the total cause of everything not being right or not being good either. I probably had 25% to do with things not being right or not being good. But, or however, the way the conversation came across, you would make it seem as if I contribute to everything that's not right. So the same way I had a little to no impact in things being right, why I can have little to no impact into things not being right. Like, so things like that make me insane because it's like, hold on. So things wasn't right. And I'm 100% at fault. Okay, so things were right. I had nothing to do with that. Or if I did, oh, that little bit, he did that. So it's like, okay, you brought all the clothes. All I did was buy undergarments and sneakers. Oh, that ain't nothing. Without me, and they wouldn't have clothes. It's like, whoa, what? So what I did don't mean nothing then. Say that. What you did don't mean nothing. No problem. Or, oh, you supposed to have did that. That's what you're supposed to do. Oh, so now I'm supposed to do it. Okay, so that makes me insane. So I'm gonna get deeper. This will make me insane. So the government supposed to let people live in housing. The government's supposed to give people Section 8. The government's supposed to give people EBT. They're supposed to do that too, then, right? That make me insane when I ask questions like that. The government's supposed to do that, even though allegedly they crooked and they don't love people and you can't trust them and they corrupt, but they supposed to give people EBT. They're supposed to give people Section 8. They're supposed to give people housing. They're supposed to give people Medicaid or Medicaid. They're supposed to do that. See, that make me insane when I ask that. They're supposed to do that, right? See, that's the things that make me insane. Those are the things that make me crazy because I'm an axe. They're supposed to do that. See, when you're in this situation and it seems as if you're doing more than somebody else, people love that. It don't matter if or when, I ain't gonna even say if, when you're in a situation with somebody, right? And let's just say they got bills, right? And all they bills tally up to $1,000 a month. And you come with $200 out of the 1,000. They're gonna say, oh, you only gave up $200, that ain't nothing. I'm saying I did what I could do. I did the best I could do. I gave up something. Don't tell me I ain't give up nothing and I did. You can't tell me that $200 don't mean nothing. I get it. You put down the bulk of the money. That's not up for debate. But the $200 helped. It helped reach the quota and the criteria that was needed for us to keep progressing and moving forward. But it ain't like that. That makes me insane for saying, well, damn, let me take my little $200 out the situation and keep it moving. When I take my 200 out, oh, no, you selfish. Oh, you acting like that over a little $200. It's not about the $200. It's the 200 with your 8 that made it 1,000. Then when the roles get reversed, if you putting up the 800, they put up 200, I'm saying, oh, he was putting all that money down. I mean, he didn't appreciate, or she didn't appreciate my $200. It was like, okay, so when I was in a situation, I can't say that though. I can't say my $200 was disappreciated, but you could say your $200 was disappreciated. See, that make me insane when I question things like that. That make me bugged out. That make me crazy. I'm not supposed to question that. I'm supposed to just let it go and let it flow. I'm supposed to just accept it, keep it moving. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to accept and acknowledge when I tell family, like, yo, I love you and all that. However, I don't want to talk about so-and-so. You're going to do that. I ain't going to be around no more. Now, what makes me crazy or what makes me insane is when I find out the same family member that had that conversation with to go back and tell somebody, yo, such and such acting funny. Now, I tell a family member that come back and tell me, yo, aunt so-and-so, cousin so-and-so said, yo, you acting funny. It's like, word? Okay, did they also tell you they be talking about so-and-so? And I said, I ain't want to do that. I wouldn't know that no more. Nah, I didn't know that. All right, then. You know what? I don't even want to deal with you no more. Yo, you be bugging out. How? How? I'm not mad at nobody. I just don't want to deal with that. I don't want to go to somebody's house. They talking about somebody. I'm like, yo, I don't want to talk about nobody. How you doing? How you feeling? Where your health at? You know what I mean? I don't want to be, yo, you know what? Such and such came to my house. They eating up my food. Makes me insane because I'm like, yo, I don't want to talk about that. I'm bugged out for that. And I'm not going to go back and tell the other person what you said. I'm anticipating you doing that. Because now I'm crazy because I can imagine when I leave my back turn, what you going to say about me. Don't try to hit me with, oh, no, I wouldn't do that to you. You doing it to them. You're not going to make me in front of me better than them. You ain't going to do that. Nah. Now you trying to manipulate me and swindle me. That ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. That makes me insane. That makes me crazy because I analyze that. See, a lot of people are shallow. I can see straight through them. They transparent. They don't love me. They love the fact that they got access to me. They love the fact that I'm loving them. I'm putting in work for them. I'm putting in work with them. When the cycle got to turn back around, and it's time for them to put in work for me, we got a problem. We got an issue. We got a problem. We got an issue. Because they didn't believe or think that I got to do all that. Yeah, you got to do all that. That's how I go. Ain't nobody going to let you off the hook. You got to get it done. But I get it, though. They're looking for the easy way out. When they can't get the easy way out, you become the obstacle. That makes me insane. Oh, you in their way. You stopping them. That's why I never get on here and say, yo, somebody's stopping me from being successful. All these other YouTubers are stopping me. What? Now that makes me insane, literally, because nobody's stopping me from doing anything. I'm stopping myself. But when I question that or point that out, that makes me insane. It's like, well, who's stopping you from doing what? Nobody's stopping you from doing anything. You can get it done. Don't worry about what people are going to say, think, feel, or believe. They're going to do that regardless. You know what I mean? People wouldn't be successful if they weren't about what somebody think, say, and or feel. See, what makes me insane is I analyze is people that are successful, people that do have money, and they still emotionally depressed or down about what somebody else got and somebody else doing. That's why I don't have an issue with cutting people off and out of my life. I have no issue with that. Cutting people off and out my life. I get that. I get it. Because people got what they got. However, they still, or is this person for? They blocking, they a gatekeeper, they did. Do what you gotta do. Your light gonna shine so bright. Either they gonna be blinded by it, or they gonna see you coming and get out the way. I'm gonna say that again. Your light gonna shine so bright, they gonna either see you coming or they gonna get out the way. Because it's so bright, they gonna see you coming, they're gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna be blinded if I stand here. And I know that's gonna happen with me, and I know that's happening with me. But that make me insane. I'm delusional. I'm thinking more of myself than I should. Oh, I'm not supposed to do that? I'm not being arrogant, no. I'm not being cocky, no. I just see and understand my own capabilities now. But when I was around people that was limiting themselves, I know they're gonna limit me. I'm not limiting myself no more. So I don't have to worry about looking to limit someone else. I have to look to do that no more because I'm not limiting myself. And that's what some people do to themselves, limit themselves. And they like, well, how I'm not getting this, how I'm not getting that, limiting yourself. And you being around people that's limiting themselves. So you know they're gonna limit you. They're gonna tell you, nah, you ain't gonna be able to do that. You ain't gonna be able to make that much money. You ain't gonna be. Before I was where I was, this the things that make me insane. People told me, man, your podcast ain't gonna make it that far. It was the people that I least expected that was like, nah, you're gonna be able to do your thing. And they sincerely meant that. At the time, like, damn, I'm shocked they told me that. But it made me insane due to the fact that the people that I was foolish enough to believe that would support me and back me up, nah, not help, support me. Like, yo, I'll subscribe, I'll listen. I ain't doing that. But now I'm getting more and more subscribers. I'm growing more and more every day now. My videos pop up. They're like, oh, this, what are you doing with a podcast? I didn't know he had a podcast. I didn't know he'd be doing what he be doing. So now they see people in my comments like, oh, yo, you inspire me. Yo, thanks. Yo, keep the positive words coming. See, I'm insane because I kept it moving. I didn't allow those people to stop me. I'm insane because I said I could do what I'm doing with a podcast. And people like, no, you ain't gonna be able to do that. Focus on your music. Then when I was going hard with my music, oh no, you need to make music like this. You need to make music like that. See? So now I'm like, yo, I'm gonna switch up my music. I'm gonna ease up, but I'm gonna get into this podcasting thing. But it made me insane because I wasn't supposed to get into the podcasting thing. Because I need a certain setup. I need a certain background. Nah, I'm gonna speak off my life experiences. That's what my podcast is gonna be about. Life and life experiences. I ain't gonna do hot topics. See, that make me insane. That make me crazy. It's thousands of trending topics that happen every single day. Anybody go back on my timeline, I ain't talking about that. The things I will talk about that may be trending is like the California wildfires, because that affects so many different people. That's what I'm talking about. That's a life experience that's going to alter people's life for the rest of their life. That's something I could talk about because that's not me talking about people. That's me talking about what happened to people. Big difference. But that make me insane. That make me crazy. That's what I'm talking about. I could always describe the differences in what I'm doing and how come I'm doing it. But I'm not going to get on here and say, yo, this is a trending topic. Let me talk about this. This person, or these two people right here just got a divorce. Let me talk about, nope. I ain't going to do that. But that make me insane. Know why it make me insane? It make me crazy? Because when you look at me, then you look at everybody else, it's like, damn, but I like what he be saying. I like what he be doing. I believe if he talk about that, he could be bigger than those people. I ain't trying to be bigger than those people. That's the thing. That make me insane. I want to be bigger than I was the day before. And as long as I keep doing what I do, keep going my own way, I will be. But that make me insane to a lot of people. It's like, how? Sit back and enjoy the show. You'll see how. I don't have to do what the world does. I'm not doing the world. But I know at one point the world gonna start to do me because I ain't caught up in it. I ain't caught up in it, but that make me insane because I ain't caught up in it. My mind don't work like that. My mind actually work. That make me insane. That make me insane because my brain actually functioning on a functioning level. That's why things are so catastrophic everywhere. Because it's easy to follow, easy to follow, easy to follow. It make me insane because I'm not on Instagram following people. And I'm insane because I don't want to be on Instagram because people got to follow me. That's awkward to me. I learned that at a young age, don't follow. It's a lot of things that I didn't learn, but that was one of them. Not to follow. Not to follow. Be your own person. Everybody else is taken. I don't want to look like anyone else. I don't want to sound like anyone else. I don't want to operate like anyone else. I always bring something totally different to my situation and my platform. That make me insane. What else make me insane? Nobody could really tap in to exactly what I don't know what he gonna do. I don't know what he gonna say. I don't know what he gonna talk about. Sometime I have a title, I'll switch the title. Sometime I have a day, I'm gonna drop a video, or I'm gonna go live. I'll switch the day, be like, I ain't gonna even do that today, or I ain't gonna even go live today. I stopped doing lives for a minute. I was going through things in my life, didn't want to be on the internet. Same way when I get monetized, I'll do that. I'm gonna just chill for a minute. But that's gonna make me insane. Yo, you monetize, you know how much money you can make. It ain't about the money. It's about the money for the mere fact that sponsors will be involved, but it's not about the money for me to just collect it. Differences. But that make me insane. See, I ain't got to get on here and curse people out and curse at people, because I learned that kids can actually be watching. I don't know, somebody could be watching me right now with a kid in the background. The kid may not be watching, but the kid could be in the background, and they could be having me turned up on their phone, having me turned up on their TV or their laptop, or a Bluetooth speaker or something connected to their device listening to me. And all I'm doing is cursing. All I'm doing is saying N and H and B. And it's like, they probably really want to support me, but they got to turn me off. They got to turn me off. But that make me insane, because I'm thinking about that, because I'm paying attention to that. I could speak with self-control, with self-respect. I could speak civilized. Another thing that make me insane, since I'm not cursing and dropping N-bombs and oh, I think I'm sophisticated. No, I don't. See, the people that's saying that to themselves or to others about me, they think I think I'm sophisticated. They not thinking, because they was thinking nothing about me saying that. All it's saying is what I just said. I don't know who's listening. And I'm mindful of that, but that make me insane, because I'm not supposed to be mindful. I'm just supposed to be reckless. I'm just supposed to be foolish. I'm supposed to be that way. See, I get up here and start talking about gossip, rumor bill, trending topics. Oh, I know a lot more people gonna pull up, because they'll see the title. They'll see a name that resonates with them. They'll see something that resonates with them, pull up. See, what make me insane is I get that people like to be nosy, but they don't want people in their business. See, I'm not nosy. So what makes me insane is I'll tell somebody, but why you worried about my business? I'm not nosy though. So why you worried about my business? See, that makes me insane. How you gonna criticize somebody else's business in their life, but you don't want nobody criticizing your business in your life? See, they'll brush it off and try to tell you, or try to just say, they ain't gonna say tell you, I'm just saying in general. They'll say, well, I ain't really mad at people being my business. They just saying it. Because now they're getting questioned about why they're in somebody else's business. Or they're getting questioned about why they're following what other people do. See, it was someone, right, that was popular, or that was famous, or that had status quo, so to speak, right? They used to always gossip a lot. Now they got into a situation, and now they wanted to switch the narrative, because when it was their goal for people to gossip about them, they wanted to change the narrative. When people put out rumors and speculation about what was wrong with them, they like, oh no, but that ain't wrong with me. Now they got family members and other people speaking up for them, like, no, but people putting this out there, people putting that out there, and that's not right. You know, they really don't know what's going on. I'm saying, but that person, they was doing it at one point in their life. So now that energy done spun around and came back, now they want to correct the narrative because it's their goal. That's interesting, but that make me insane, because I analyzed that. I seen that centuries ago. Centuries I seen. I'm like, yo, how everybody gonna listen to that? Saying, and I would ask back then, and I wasn't even as knowledgeable as I am today. But back then I asked that in the 90s, in the early 2000s, I'm saying, if that was you, would you want somebody telling your business? Nah, I ain't really look at it like that. Exactly, you did. But that makes me insane. But even asking, yo, you bugged out. I'm saying, what you mean? That's what people in that space do. No, that's what people who don't got no life do. Forget the space you in. People who ain't got no life is doing that. Certain people see it as other people's lives are more important than theirs. So if I talk about their life, somebody gonna pay me attention. Talking about somebody else's life. See, life is important, not someone else's life, just life in general. It's just important. It's a lot of things you can learn. So pay attention so you can learn. But it's always about somebody else's life and what they got going on. Definitely people of status quo. Definitely people of status quo. It's easy to do that. I talk about this person. Oh, I know somebody's gonna watch my videos. I know somebody's gonna click on my stuff. I'm gonna talk about me. I don't care who click on it. See, I could always speak up for myself. It's hard for me to speak up, and I'm talking about other people. All I'm gonna be doing is getting to arguments all day. Because somebody gonna say, but yo, that's not true. Or somebody gonna say, yo, why is it important to you? Or yo, you a hater. They're gonna find a way to challenge me because I'm worrying about someone else. And that's gonna lead to me getting into something. Because I'm talking about other people. Because I peep that. See, that makes me crazy. That makes me insane because I peep that. Not just on the internet, in real life. I've been witness to somebody saying something about somebody else's life, and somebody was intelligent enough to actually say, but yo, why is that important to you? What you got going on in your life? You know what I'm saying? Mind your business, though, bro. I can talk about what I want. It's not about that. It's not about you being able to talk about what you want. Talk about yourself. Talk about what you got going on, your life. Ain't there certain things in your life that you don't want, that you want private, you want concealed? So why is this person, why they can't have none private, nothing? People with status quo can have none private. That make me insane for asking questions like that. Every time they do something, somebody else got to talk about it. Every time, somebody always got to talk about it. They don't want everybody to know everything they do all the time. I'm not saying they don't want people knowing what they do. Not all the time, though. Not everywhere they go. Not every place they be. But that makes me insane. That makes me crazy because I'm questioning. I'm not supposed to question it. I'm not supposed to question it. I'm not supposed to question it. See, people got to get back to loving themselves, making them their priority. But people are so engulfed in what someone else is doing, they're not looking at themselves. And they're only looking at themselves when they want to challenge somebody else. Oh, well, this person think they look better than me, or this person think they got more clothes than me, got more money than me, got a better car. I'm going to show them. Now it comes to the show and prove game. See, that make me insane for analyzing that. I'm going to prove to me I could do something. I'm going to show myself I could do something. That's what I'm going to do. But to keep trying, no, I'm going to prove, I'm going to show, I'm proving nothing to nobody. Because then when you do that, oh, you showing off. See? You showing off. See, that make me insane. Because I analyze that that's going to come. Oh, you showing off. So now when you do start to show things, people want to see, oh, you showing off. Who you proving this to? Ain't proving nothing to nobody. But then when you start to show what you have, people get upset or they get jealous or you think you're better than people. So when you got less than somebody or you ain't really got none, you broke. But then when you get something or you have something or it appeared to be you got more than them or you showing off. Or you think you're better than people. See, that make me insane because I analyze that. Don't make me insane. It just make me aware. Just make me aware. That's what it does. It just make me aware. See, another thing that make me insane is the fact that people don't mean anything to me the way they used to. I don't value people the way I used to. I value me the way I need to. I value me the way I need to. And I don't care if that's taken personal. They should take it personal. They should say, you know what? I'm going to value me more. Instead of saying, forget me, he who he think he is. I think I'm somebody that's valuing me now. That makes me insane for calling it out. That's who I think I am, the person that's valuing himself more on a greater, higher level. It's time to evolve. A lot of people don't like to evolve. They like to be stuck and staying where they at. Then when they see other people evolving and growing, how they get there? Because they start valuing themselves. Start valuing themselves. Got to value yourself. Can't worry about who do or don't. Do you? That's the bottom line. Do you? Do you value yourself? See, that make me insane for valuing myself. I don't get up every day and say, let me run to my phone and see who called me, or see who liked the video, or see who left a comment. They gonna leave a comment. They gonna leave a comment. They gonna like it. They gonna like it. Don't matter. It's not gonna change my life. I got to change my life. I got to do that. But that make me insane for analyzing that. That make me insane for analyzing that. I got to change my life. They gonna fall out the sky, or I get it. I'm supposed to pray, and God gonna magically make it appear. I get it. I get it. See, that make me insane that I understand that that's mythical now. Yeah, I said it. It's mythical now. I got to make it happen. I got to make it happen. I got to put in work. It ain't gonna just fall out the sky. No matter how much I pray, no matter how faithful I am to God, I got to be just as faithful to God as I am to myself. Because how God gonna give me something if I'm ain't faithful to myself? That means no matter what God send to me, I ain't gonna be able to keep it or have it because I'm not even faithful to myself. See, that's another thing that makes me insane. People not faithful to themselves, but they believe because they pray to God that they gonna get something. When God can say, but you ain't even faithful to yourself, so I know you ain't gonna be faithful to me. So when you start working on things like that, you start seeing differences. But that make me insane. That make me crazy because I understand I have to be faithful to me. So there gonna be no problem to be faithful to someone else or to other things or to other people. I have things that last longer based around that. Clothes, shoes, sneakers. Cause like, yo, I'm gonna take care of what I have. I know it ain't gonna last forever, but if I take care of it, it'll last longer. But that make me insane for taking care of what I got. Cause I want it to last longer. I want shoes, sneakers, and clothes to last longer. So I'm gonna take care of it. But that make me insane because I have just regular clothes when I ain't really doing much. Then I got some okay clothes when I'm going somewhere halfway decent. Then I got some clothes when I'm going out. Then I got some clothes where I'm really doing something. Because I take care of myself. I love myself. I don't care who don't love me. As long as they love themselves, it don't matter. I don't care who attempt to hate me, as long as they ain't hating themselves. See, I'm insane for looking at things like that. I'm gonna say that again. I don't care who don't love me, as long as they love themselves. So I get that. I get that. So I don't have to worry about it no more. I love me. How can I hate other people? I'm faithful to me, so it's not for me to be faithful to other people, but I had to learn. I was being faithful to other people, and they was turning their back on me to be more faithful to people that wasn't being faithful to them. But see, that made me insane because when I called it out, it's like, oh, you wasn't here for me this time, that time, that. Now they started to nitpick at when I wasn't there for them, because they know I was more faithful than the people that they being more faithful to me with. I'm gonna say that again. They nitpicking because I was being more faithful to them than the people that they was being more faithful to against me. So it's like they gonna nitpick. So if I say, yo, at the end of the day, I know that's such and such to you, but you're gonna have to decide, because I ain't gonna be there and you showing them way more commitment than me. And you know what? I ain't even worried about the commitment you showing them over me. I need you to start showing you that commitment over me and them. And they would scratch the back of their head. See, that made me insane because I made them think. I'm gonna say that again. I need you to show you more commitment than you showing me and them. And that confused them because it's like, what you mean? That means you got to show you way more love than you showing me or them. I don't care that you're not showing me no love, but how you going to show them more love than you showing yourself? That's what makes me insane. That's what makes me crazy. People know certain people don't love them. They still talk to them, still text them, still reach out to them, still allow them to be amongst their circle and in their life. And then when I question it or challenge it, I become the culprit. I become the bad guy. That makes me insane. So it's like, if you know such and such don't love you the way you love yourself, why you still dealing with that person? It don't matter what the relation is. You got a man or woman up and say, yo, but I'm saying, I understand that that's such and such, but I'm saying, I know they don't love me like I love me. I'm not mad at them or not like that. However, I got to start valuing me more. However, what certain people do, stay in those situations and complain. I'm saying, I know they don't really love me. Why they treat me like that? You allowing them to. So how you gonna knock somebody else who treating you a certain way when you're allowing somebody else to treat you a way you don't want to be treated or deal with you a way you don't want to be dealt with? But I get it. I get it. See, this makes me insane. People only want to call out who they want to call out. Then if the other person you call it out, see other people mistreating you, and they say, yo, but I'm saying they mistreating you. Why you saying no? Oh no, they could do that. That's my sister. That's my brother. That's my mother. Those are my kids. I ain't gonna lose my job. See, excuses. So they could be dealt with less than how they want to be dealt with. They're gonna justify it by saying who it is. I ain't doing that no more. I'm not gonna say, yeah, no, they could treat me less than that. That's still my mom's. Nah, that's still my kids. No, that's still my sister. No, that's still my brother. So how I'm allowed them to treat me less than I'm treating myself? That's what I get. But again, that makes me insane for calling it out. It makes something wrong with me because I'm calling it out. I'm not supposed to call it out. I'm supposed to leave it alone and let them mistreat me. That's what I'm supposed to do. Let them show me I ain't as important, quote unquote, as they said I was. And being in situations and putting my best foot forward and going all in on the situation, even if my all in is only 10 or 15% to them or 5% or 2% to them. How they gonna tell me what my all in look like? I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go all in with the situation. Oh no, this is all in. You can keep it. It's like, wow. So I'm going all in. You gonna tell me this ain't nothing to you? Keep it. I right, no problem. You right, I would. And if it involves other people, they're like, yo, I'm saying, but yo, you did this, that, that. You could have did better. I know I could have, but I still was all in. I'm not saying I could have did better. At least I was all in on the situation. See, that makes me insane. Another thing make me insane is that just because somebody don't like a decision I may make for somebody else, let that person decide they don't like the decisions I made. Nope, that don't happen. That makes me insane too. It's like, but how you gonna let that person tell you the decisions I wanted to make for you wasn't the right decisions though? The decisions they made with you or for you, I ain't had no comment on that. Despite how much I love you, or despite how much I wanted to be there for you, no comment, no comment, because that's the decisions they gonna make. I ain't got nothing to say about it. But that make me insane for questioning it. Like, hold on, why are you going to question the decision making I'm making for this person? I understand that you love them. I love them too. I'm not saying that I love them more than you or you love them less than me. I'm not questioning none of that. All I'm saying is this decision I'm going to make. Well, no, those decisions ain't good enough. Well, those decisions is inconsistent. See, you're judging me. You're telling me how to do what I'm doing that I see best. I'm not, whether your decision making is inconsistent, I don't like it. That have nothing to do with me. That person got to decide that. And if it's a kid, they got to grow up and get older and question it and decide that. But I'm not going to decide that. I'm not going to say, yo, but no, this ain't right for my kid. That's the decision you decided to make. As long as it ain't abuse or nothing, I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say. So for instance, this make me insane. I say, yo, I'm saying, I don't want my kids to eat chicken, hypothetically speaking. It's like, well, I can feed them chicken all I want. Okay, no problem. I ain't gonna tell the other person involved, aunt, mother, grandmother, sister, whoever else, grandfather, whoever else, godparents, you know what I'm saying, don't give my kids no chicken. They decide they want to do that, they decide they're gonna do that. But what makes me insane is how somebody gonna tell me what I can or can't do. And then if I don't do nothing, I'm wrong. Oh, that makes me insane because like I don't want to do nothing then. I don't want to do nothing though. Because I don't want to keep going back and forth either. And I don't want to be the one still putting all the effort and energy to now it's a track because all I'm doing is running and chasing, looking to prove a point. Now I'm gonna be out of breath, tired, and now it's gonna look like a lackadaisical effort. It's gonna look like a lackadaisical effort because I'm out of breath, looking to get this done. But that makes me insane. That make me loco. That made me cuckoo. I mean, I got marbles missing. I got screws loose because I'm actually questioning something of value and moral and principle. That make me crazy. That make me insane because I'm questioning something of value and moral and principle. It's a lot of things that's in place that a lot of people don't respect. And it don't matter if it's law. It don't matter if it's law. It don't matter if it was implemented in the Constitution. It don't matter if it was implemented through the government. It don't matter. There's people out here cutting off ankle monitors. There's people out here not going back to court. There's people out here rebelling against the police, rebelling against the court systems, not listening to judges. I'm not mad at none of that. I'm just saying it make me insane to say, well, why should I listen? See, it makes me insane because people like to do what they want to do, but then when you do what you want to do, you're toxic. When you do what you want to do, you're a problem. You bringing drama. You bringing stress. You being fake. You delusional. You bringing headaches. But when they do it, it's all right. It's not a problem. You can't tell me to do what I want to do. So why would you believe I want somebody telling me what to do? And it doesn't matter what the situation consists of or involved in. But that makes me insane and crazy for understanding and analyze that to point that out. So if the government says, yo, we're going to give you money to take care of your kid, just push the baby daddy out the way. I'm like, yo, but I'm saying, all right, so you allowing the government to raise my kid? I'm out. I'm insane because I'm leaving. But it's not insane for you to get the money from the government and do what you're doing with the kid. But I'm insane because I don't want to be around that. I'm insane for that. And since it appears to be correct because the government, it will say, yo, yeah, but you could put him on child support. It appears to be okay because it's like, if you pregnant and you don't want to keep it, you get rid of it, nothing happens. I'm insane because I'm like, okay, you can keep it, but I don't want to be there, but I could put you on child support. But that's insane. But if I question that, I'm insane. See, that's what I'm talking about. And this is not about men and women or babies. This is just about things that I question, things that I see, things that I'm analyzing that make me bugged out or that make me insane or widow or cuckoo or screws missing or difficult. That's my favorite. Oh, you difficult. No, I'm not difficult. I'm just not laying down, abiding by the rules and regulations that's put forth no more. Because when I did, it ain't get me nowhere. See, the rules that I'm putting down for me, I'm gaining in life now. I'm seeing progression now. I'm seeing me evolve now. I'm seeing that. And I'm not rebelling to say, look at me, I'm rebelling. I'm rebelling because now I'm not fighting against myself no more. I'm fighting for myself. See, that makes me insane. That makes me crazy because I'm just supposed to be fighting against people to fight for myself. No, I'm fighting against myself. So I don't got to fight with people. I'm going to say that again. I'm fighting against myself. So I don't got to fight with people no more. But see, I was fighting against others. I was doing that and I lost myself. I ain't doing that no more. It's over. But that makes me insane because I'm not supposed to fight for myself. I'm supposed to fight with others because you got sayings and songs, ride or die. See, that's insane to me. I ain't gonna ride or die, but that don't mean I gotta ride. No, I'm not paying attention with how somebody else live their life. I ain't gotta abide by that no more. And I was doing that. And it didn't get me nowhere. It ain't get me nowhere. It got me nowhere abiding by somebody else's rules and regulations. It may sound good, but I ain't abiding by it. It ain't getting me nowhere. I got to make my rules. So I know when I break the rules, I'm going to live with the consequences of the rules that I broke. But somebody else's rules, I break them, they should be mad. However, though, they can't be mad at me if I'm not abiding by their rules no more. And I'm abiding by my own. See, that make me insane because I'm not supposed to abide by my own rules. I'm not supposed to create my own rules. I'm supposed to follow their rules and regulations. So then when I break a rule and regulation, see, you don't listen, see, you this, you that. But if I put a rule down or a regulation down, who you for me to listen to you? Even being a father. So what? That's your father. You ain't gotta listen to him. No problem. I won't make no more rules then. But that make me insane for not to make no more rules and leaving. But if I do that on the other end, I'm bugged out. If I say, yo, so what? That's your mother. You ain't gotta listen. What? I ain't gonna tell you that. He bugged out. But it makes me insane though. If I say that, it makes me crazy. If I say that though, if I would have the audacity to say that. That makes me insane. That make me cuckoo. That make me loco. That make me loco. Because why would I say that? See, I'm not gonna question why people say the things they say, why people do the things they do. I used to do that. I'm gonna question when they do it though. Not why, when. Oh, you did this? Okay. What was that about? You know what I mean? What was that about? But that make me insane because I don't abide by rules and regulations set forth by mankind because I understand I could be led astray. I'm not going to lead me astray. I'm not going to lead me astray. And that's on me. Should I do that? How come I got to abide by rules and regulations set forth by other people? Then when it don't work out, I'm like, damn, this didn't work out. Yeah, but that's what I get. That's on me. That's my fault. I should have never did that. That's my bad. I should never be paying attention to that. Should never been listening to it. So now I understand, looking back on a lot of things, when the old timers, as the OGs, used to tell me, got to stop paying attention to anybody else. You got to listen to yourself. Because all people going to do is confuse you. And then when you start peeping game that all they doing is spreading confusion, propaganda, hate, and lies, and you question it, you'll really see people true intentions. And when I start to analyze things and see things for what it was worth, I'm like, yeah, all right, I see their true intentions now. I see that. True intentions now. I had to really start analyzing though, sit back. I had to learn to listen so I could listen to learn. I had to pay attention I had to use my third eye, not the two eyes I got. No, my third eye, my brain. But that makes me insane, though. That makes me insane, though. That make me bugged out because I got a platform that's growing more and more every day. And it's like, but yo, you could talk about what you want. I know I can, and I'm literally gonna do that. I'm literally gonna do that. I'm not gonna talk about what appeases people, because I ain't a people pleaser. I ain't into that. Thrills don't pay bills. So if I'm looking to thrill seek, what happens when thrill seeking runs out? Let's just say, see, things like this makes me insane. Let's just say I start being people pleasing and I start doing trending topics. And now for every trending topic, the people that I'm speaking about, they start sending cease and desist to people. You know how many people platforms won't exist no more? When they start sending copyright strikes to people pages. You know how many people won't have platforms, let alone, okay, even if they ain't doing that, I mean, people won't have nothing to talk about. They won't have nothing to talk about. Go back on my timeline. I talked about the planet, how beautiful the planet Earth is. And I ain't even been to other countries like that. But I know how beautiful the planet is, the planet Earth on a whole. You know what I mean? Could talk about volcanoes, mountains, oceans, seas, lakes, rivers, animals, mammals. Like it's so the weather, the equator, a compass. Look at these things: food, exercising, a diet, medication. But that makes me insane, though. And I still ain't bring up people, and it's billions of more things to talk about. But I ain't got to talk about people, though. I could talk to them, yeah, but I ain't got to talk about them, no. But that makes me insane. That makes me insane. That's why, shout out and salute to all my wise warriors out there. I got y'all. Y'all know like I know. Once that monetization kick in, oh, we gonna turn it up all the way. We're gonna turn the volume to the max. I got all my wise warriors out there. Again, I ain't never heard nobody say that on YouTube. People might start saying that now. And I'm not gonna be like, yo, I've been saying wise warriors. Nah, because I know it's gonna make me insane. It's gonna make me crazy because somebody gonna be like, yo, what are you tripping for? What this dude beefing about? I've been saying this. It's nothing. Nada. Nada. I know what I innovate and what I create. I'm gonna leave it there. I ain't gotta prove nothing. It's gonna be self-explanatory. It's gonna be self-explanatory. But if I keep reiterating, oh, I said this, I did that, I ain't worried about it. I know I'm an innovator. I know I'm a creator. It's not a problem. But it makes me insane and make me crazy to even talk about it, to even bring it up. That's why I do videos like I'm thankful for the subscribers that I have. But that makes me insane because I'm thankful for the subscribers that I have that tap in, that show support, that show love, that comment, that hit the like button for whatever their reasons are. They ain't got to tell me. I started from 1 subscriber. I'm over 1,000. But it makes me insane to analyze it like that because some people be like, yo, you know how many subscribers you could have? You was on Instagram? I don't want to know that. You know how many subscribers you could have? You went to Facebook? Okay, huh? You know how many headaches I could have had if I was on Facebook? See, that make me insane. You know how many problems I could have had if I was on Instagram? See, that make me insane. That's what I'm talking about. See, I take the good with the great. I don't take the good with the bad. I'm gonna say that again. I take the good with the great. I don't take the good with the bad. See, because with the bad is the worst, or with the worst is the bad. See, that makes me insane because I analyze that. So I take the good with the great and leave the bad with the worst, or leave the worst with the bad. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that. Like I said, there's so many things to talk about. Planes I could talk about, boats, trains, water, soda, juice, fruit. I'm naming things, but that makes me insane because I still ain't talking about people yet. Say bring people up because I ain't got to, because they're not that relevant in life. They're not that relevant. People make people more relevant than they have to be. That make me insane for analyzing that, for understanding that, knowing that. People ain't that relevant. People make them that important. Why? Idol worshiping. Idol worshiping. That make me insane because I could question that. Idol worshiping. And that been going on. But what make me insane is to pinpoint the fact that it got worse since the internet got more and more popular. People been idol worshiping singers, rappers, actors, movie stars, basketball players. But with the internet, you can actually see who it is on a bigger, larger scale now. That's what that's about. That's what that's about. But that make me insane for analyzing. It make me insane analyzing and understanding that I gotta speak my age. I gotta dress my age. That make me insane for pointing that out. Like, nah, I'm saying I gotta dress my age though. I gotta speak as if I'm my age though. Like everything, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? F all that. My age, yo, that's what I'm saying. These stupid ends on it. That ain't my age no more. That ain't my age no more. But that make me insane for analyzing that. That ain't my age no more. I'm a grown man. I'm mature. I'm a grown man. You know what I mean? I'm a grown man, mature. So that make me insane for analyzing that. I got people tapping in from other countries. I want them to stay tapping in. But if I get up here, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, unsubscribe. They ain't gonna want to hear all that, see all that. They ain't gonna even think it's my page no more, or my channel, or my platform, because they know I ain't been doing that. So they gonna be like, I don't know what he doing, but I would just unsubscribe. See, I learned their language and their phonics because I had to listen and learn and pay attention. And they seen something in me for them to want to teach me their language and their phonics. And I didn't limit myself. I didn't be like, man, they from where now? I'm good. They from here now? I'm good. I didn't do that because everybody from A1 day one was welcome on my platform. Don't matter who you are, what you do. It just matters that you respect yourself, that you love yourself. You display self-control, self-awareness, self-discipline. See, some people only worry about self when it comes to clothes, fashion, and how they look. But the things they need to be worried about, like self-respect, self-control, now, I learned that later. I learned self-control later, self-esteem later. All they know is you better not disrespect them, though. It don't matter if they disrespect themselves. See, that make me insane because I analyze that. But you disrespect me, off with your head. You try to call me out, off with your head. I ain't gonna call myself out, and I ain't gonna respect myself. So, but you do it, off with your head. See, that makes me insane that I analyze that. I analyze that. So if I say something and I do something, it's all for my head. But if they do it to themselves and they don't love themselves, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But I say something people deem not right or wrong or foul or disrespectful, all for my head though. See, that make me insane because I peep game. I analyze that. I analyze that. So don't let me get up here and say something. What? I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna track you down. Damn, you gonna do all that? Because the things that I see, the things that I analyze, it becomes a death sentence now for the things that I see, the things that I analyze. Wow. Okay. Okay. So it makes me insane when I hear people say, I'm strong, I'm strong, I'm strong, I'm strong, but the weakest things bring them down. The smallest things bring them down, but they strong though. But the littlest and the weakest things pull them down. You bring facts. You bring wanted and necessary information to the situation, they're going to challenge you. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, forget the numbers. Forget the data. This is about this. Oh, okay. All right, no problem. All right, forget the number. Forget the statistics. Forget the data. I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to ignore that. But the data matter when it's only relevant for them. That's when the data matters. Saying, but this many cops is killing this many people. That's when the data matters. When they want to prove their point. See, that makes me insane. I'm saying if data matter, data matter. It can't only matter to when you want to prove or solidify your point. So when I got something I want to solidify, the data don't matter now. But that makes me insane for analyzing that. So when you want to prove your point, the data matters. You know what I mean? Like, I don't base this on, see, this make me insane too. I don't base this off views or numbers due to this fact. And this make me insane. There's people out there that got 1 million subscribers and they go live and they don't even have 100,000 people tuning in. Somebody be like, what you mean that's a lot of people? But I'm saying 100,000 out of 1 million, that's only 10% of their audience. But see, that make me insane for understanding that don't mean nothing then. They got have 1 million subs and go live and they got like 5,000 people viewing it. That's less than 10% of their audience, less than that. 10% of their audience out of 1 million, that would be 100,000. So to me, for me to have 1,000 subs and running, it don't matter if I got one person or I got 200 people. Out of 1,000, 100 people would be 10% of my subscribers. Out of 100,000, somebody got 100,000 subscribers. 10,000 would be 10%. So I'm just saying. So I can't do numbers either. But that make me insane because I analyze stuff like that. I analyze things like that. What else make me insane is I understand that numbers could be compromised. People could buy views. People could buy subscribers. See, I analyze that, but that make me insane because I question it. I don't know if they brought subscribers. I don't know if they paid for subscribers. I don't know if they paid for views. That's why I'm so humble and appreciative of that on my end, because I know I'm not on Instagram, I'm not on Facebook, I'm not on no websites, and I got the subscribers. How come? Because I stayed true to me. But that makes me insane because I wasn't supposed to stay true to me. I was supposed to venture off and venture out and do whatever it takes to get likes. Do whatever it takes to get views. Do whatever it takes to get subscribers. Nah, I can't knock those who do. I ain't doing it. But see, that make me insane because I ain't doing that. Because there's people out there that do anything. They'll be on TikTok doing whatever it takes to get views. They'll be on Instagram, whatever it takes to get likes. They're on Facebook doing whatever it takes to get views. Not me. It ain't about the views, it's about who view it. It ain't about how many likes I got, it's about who like it. It ain't about how many shares I get, it's about who share it. See, that make me insane that I analyze things like that. I pay attention to things like that. That's what's going on. Not how many views I got, because that could be watered down. That could be watered down. So that don't mean nothing. What means something is, though, who viewed it, who liked it, who shared it. Not how many shares, not how many likes, not how many views. Nope. But see, that make me insane for saying that. What you mean? What you mean? See, because that goes back to following again. People only look at something because everybody else did. Let me see why everybody's be looking at this dude videos. Let me see why everybody be looking at this person's channel. Let me see why everybody's be listening to their podcast. They're not sincerely doing it to do it. They want to be nosy. They want to follow. They want to emulate. They want to mock. They don't want to be original. They don't want to be original. They don't want to be the architecture or the architect, excuse me, of their own situation. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. They don't know how to do that. It's easy to follow, easy to emulate, easy to mock. It's easy to do that. It's easy to do that. And that's how come I'm gonna say I'm Cocoa Puffs. I'm losing my mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just be talking. No problem. No problem. I'll just be talking. What I do know though, what I do know and what I do get is that I'm thankful that I do things the way that I do things. That makes me insane too because, oh, look, are you doing it your way? Where has it got you? First of all, it got me a peace of mind. That's the first most important thing. It's got me peace of mind. I ain't got to be fidgety and irritated by people because I know what they about anyway. Majority of people gonna use you, lie to you, manipulate you, confuse you. Get 10 people in your life, 8 of them will do what I just said. And now it's hard to decipher through those 10 what 2 people ain't about that. That could take you a lifetime, but that makes me insane. It could take you a lifetime to find out who ain't trying to manipulate you, lie to you, get over on you, use you, brainwash you, confuse you, use you. It's gonna take a long time to figure that out. Long time. It could take your lifetime to figure that out. But see me, peeping game, that ain't gonna happen to me. Because I just cut people off and cut them out and leave them alone. I don't care if they leave me alone. Do that. It means nothing to me. That's what you want to do? No problem. One less person I gotta conversate with. One less person I gotta worry about. One less person I gotta break bread with. One less person I gotta worry about anything else with. Simple for me, but that make me insane. How you gonna make it without people? No. Now I ask how people gonna make it without me. See, when you get into yourself and you start walking in your purpose, you start walking for a purpose, you start asking real things like that. It's not about what I'm gonna do without them, it's what they're gonna do without me. Because I represent something now. I represent something. See, this was said to me years ago, and now I can look back on it and I analyze it, and it makes so much sense. Said a lot of people got big mouths and bad attitudes. When it was said, I'm like, that was interesting. That was told to me years ago. However, I was able to evaluate it. It's like, man, that makes a lot of sense now. Yep, I get it. Because somebody always being disrespectful towards others. And again, that's not my issue. But this make me insane. You can't be disrespectful towards them because it's off with your head. You can't be disrespectful to them, but they can be disrespectful. They can talk about your kids, your mama, your house, your car, your woman, your job, your clothes, all that. Let you do it back. It's off with your head. It's off with your head. But they could do it though. Or this the other thing that make me insane. Or when it's done, they don't know me like that. It's funny to me. Oh, that they'll know the person like that. But you know them like that. When you can talk about them and their family and everything about them. Or the other part that make me insane. They think I don't know. Okay. All right. See, all that make me insane because I don't care what people say they know, gonna put out there that they know. Tell me what you gonna tell me about you. I'm all ears. I'm listening. Not to listen to expose your business, to listen to see if you're going to tell me about you. See, if you could tell you about you the way you could tell me about me, we getting somewhere. If you could tell you about you the way you could tell me about me, now we getting somewhere. See, that makes me insane. Now we getting somewhere. Because if you could tell you about you, The way you could tell you about me, oh, we getting somewhere. See, I could tell me about me. I ain't got time to tell somebody about them. I ain't got time to do that. Because that time is going to take for me to tell them about them. What about me? What about me? I don't care if that sounds self-centered. It's supposed to. It's about me. Duh. It's about me. But see, that make me insane. See, I had to stop making it about other people. Because when I did, I still was getting into arguments. I made it about me. I don't get into arguments. I argue with myself about when I'm going to get in the shower. I just get in. I argue with myself about when I'm going to take a bath. I take one. I argue with myself about when I'm going to eat. I eat. I argue with myself when I'm going to wash the clothes. I wash them. I'm dealing with other people. I argue about that. I'm saying, y'all thought we was going to laundry today. No, I don't feel like doing that today. I'm tired today. Or no, I ain't got the money. You know what I'm saying? You could just do it. Okay, all right. Then if I'm going to just take my stuff, I'm saying, why you can't take all the stuff? See, I got to argue. I got to go through something that somebody else want to control my narrative in my life and how I'm going to operate in my life. So you know what? I'm going to just do me and enjoy my life. They talked about me when I was dealing with them. So what's the difference? Oh, I get it. The difference is they talking about me now and I ain't around. So now they just making stuff up because they upset. Because I ain't settling for being in their life no more. I'm settling. And it's not really settling. I'm accepting just dealing with myself. That makes me insane because I'm accepting dealing with me. I'm accepting that. When I went through tough times, they wasn't there for me. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. But now that I'm going through better times, it don't matter because I'm here for me. So I'd rather crawl on my belly and scuff up my knees, my arms, and my elbows than to deal with people. I'd rather do that, but that make me insane because I get and I analyze when you deal with people how they gonna do it. They gonna test you. They gonna try you. They gonna lie to you. They gonna manipulate you. They gonna bait you. They gonna do everything in their power to get you to not be who you are. So they can say, see, that's why I get on here. I've been consistent with the no cursing or nothing like that. I ain't said I never curse when I've been here, but it's very rare. If I got 400 videos, I probably cursed on 3 of them. And see, see, this will make me insane. What will happen one day? I'll go through something with somebody and be like, yo, I pulled up a video. He told my every cursing. Look, he cursed. Just to say, see, I was right. I told you. He make it seem like he never cursed. Never said I never cursed. I said, I rarely do it. And I said, that's why I don't do it. I didn't say, yo, I ain't never curse on YouTube. But see, what makes me insane is people going to go back because they just want to be right. It don't matter about nothing else no more. Just being right. That's it. I just want to be right. That's what hurt a lot of people because they just want to be right. They just want to be right. See, why I don't get hurt because I don't care if I'm wrong or right because I ain't trying to prove no point. I ain't trying to prove no point. So how I'm going to be hurt? I ain't trying to prove no point. I am the point. I'm the point. I got my own platform. I'm doing what I do. That's the point. I'm doing what I'm doing. Those who are part of it, I appreciate it. Those who don't want to be a part of it, God bless them. God bless them. What makes me insane is I don't have to prove anything. See, people go through things because they looking to prove something. Oh, I'm going to show them. Why? Why? See, the thing is, this will make me insane too. When you start to show people, what's going to happen is they ain't going to never see it because they're going to try to prove themselves to you and show you something. So now y'all in the process of showing each other something, ain't nobody paying attention to that. So nobody ain't going to never be able to see. I'm going to say that again. See, this will make me insane. You try to prove something to them, they trying to prove something to you. Ain't nobody going to be able to see nothing because everybody trying to prove something to each other. Nobody going to be able to see nothing. They trying to prove something to one another. Prove it to yourself. Prove it to you. Prove it to yourself. And keep moving after that. Prove it to yourself. Don't worry about other people. Prove it to you. Prove it to you. Another thing that make me insane and crazy, I had to stop listening to other people's thoughts and perspective, because at the end of the day, when I was doing it, and then I had my own mentality about things, I was getting in issues with people because it's like, yo, what you mean I was wrong? Nah, I'm not saying you wrong. And I'm not saying I'm right. I just got my own perspective on it. And I'm going to come at it my way. It's like, oh, damn, what I'm saying, I'm wrong. Nah. And I'm not right. I'm just going to come at it my way. When you do that, they're not going to admit it, but they feel some type of way about it. So now, little do you know, you'll become an enemy. You'll become an enemy. And they'll start slightly saying things. Because it's like, oh, damn, they know they wanted to say I was wrong. They just didn't want to say that. Ah, man, you're not wrong, and I'm not trying to be right. I'm just coming at it from my own, from my perspective, from my angle. It's not about you being wrong and me being right. It's not about me being wrong and you being right. Nah, that's how you see it. All right? You show me how you see it. I appreciate that. But now you'll start to have issues with people like, how I got an issue with them? I ain't even say you do nothing. So that's why I had to cut ties with certain things, certain people, because like I can't figure out why somebody's emotional or why somebody's mad or why somebody's speculating or somebody assuming. I ain't got time to figure that out, and I'm not. That's another reason I cut a lot of people off, but that makes me insane. That makes me insane because I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go through it. I don't want to analyze it. I don't want to go back on it and go back at it. And I'm not going to do it. Whoever don't like it, I don't care. Whoever don't like me, I don't care. Whoever don't like my podcast, I don't care. Whoever don't like what I talk about, I don't care. It ain't for them to like it. It ain't for them to like what I say. It ain't for them to like what I do. They gotta like what they say. They gotta like what they do. I'm loving what I'm saying. I'm loving what I'm doing. And it ain't because I'm saying it. That's what make me insane. What it is, though, is the fact that free spirit, free will, nobody controls nothing I'm saying and doing. I appreciate that. I ain't got to worry about somebody saying, but Google or this or that. I ain't worried about. That's why I speak the way I speak. So now if Google try to do something to me, I know they singling me out because I'm not on here cursing, not on here hate speech, not on here degrading people or nothing like that. Free speaking, free thinking. And if they're going to stop me from that, then I'm going to take it to the highest appeal court. I'm fighting that. Because I ain't saying nothing I shouldn't be saying. I ain't doing nothing I shouldn't be doing. And it ain't to follow the rules. I'm the rules. I'm creating the bar. I'm setting the standard. So I'm not worried about Google, or I'm not worried about whoever controls YouTube, because they don't control me. They control YouTube. Yes, I may be on YouTube, but YouTube don't control me. I control YouTube, because once I hit the button, it goes on. I got to upload the videos. So if I'm really focused and thinking, this will make me insane. They kind of need me a little bit more than I need them. Because without content being on here, YouTube won't exist. Just analyze that. Just paying attention. That's all I'm doing. But that makes me insane because I'm not supposed to pay attention to that. I'm supposed to pay attention to what the masses pay attention to. I ain't the masses, I'm me. I ain't everybody, I'm me. I'm me. And I am somebody, and I'm doing something. Don't matter who else see it as, I'm not. See, another thing that makes me insane is that I'm not discouraged by things or not by things. Meaning, I'm not discouraged if people pull up, and I'm Not discouraging people don't pull up. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. See, a lot of people do things because they follow. They're not leading. So that make me insane and crazy because I understand that people like to follow. So when a lot of other people or certain people start to follow what I'm doing more on YouTube, other people gonna come with them. Now, such and such brought me here. That's why if you go on certain people comment section or certain videos, people be saying in the comments that such and such brought me here. I mean, they followed. They didn't discover or find out on their own. They had their own niche for the situation. See, that helps. I seen certain things that pop up like, all right, I'm gonna get this opportunity. Then I seen like wasn't about nothing, I left it alone. I wasn't mad at the person or they channel or they whatever they got going on. It's like, nah, that's just not for me. You know what I mean? But I ain't like, I'm gonna go here because such and such was there. Nah, I ain't doing that. Not a follower. I'm a leader. The such and such was here. I'm gonna pull up. Nah, not me. Not a follower. So a lot of people is in jams today. What they like to do, they like to follow. That make me insane because I'm not a follower. People love to follow, love to do what everybody else is doing. And this is another thing that make me insane. People like to follow because they don't want to be left out. They don't want to be left out. So they're not even following because it's beneficial. They just following because they don't want to be left out. Another thing make me insane that I like the fact that people rush me when they're doing nothing and I'm doing something. They say, hurry up. You taking too long. Come on. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this. Just to stop me from actually doing something because they're doing nothing. See, a lot of people that follow get bored quickly because they need that dopamine in their life. See, that make me insane because I know what dopamine is about. I know what dopamine means. People like the dopamine in their life. So they're gonna follow. So they're gonna do what everybody else doing. Because they don't want to be left out. I started doing things on my own. I didn't do things because when I was coming up, everybody else did it. I didn't care if I was left out. So the older I got, the more mature I got, I was thankful that I was left out of a lot of things. Because I was left out of going to jail. I was left out of getting shot, getting stabbed. My name being in rumorville, gossip, he say, she say. I was thankful for that. So it was like, you know what, man, I'm thankful. I stayed out of that. I avoided that. So I have to go back and forth and worry about it no more. That's how that go. That's how that work. That's how that work. That's how I go. And that's important. But again, when you're not paying attention, you following, you feel left out. That's how it works. I get it. So the insanity and me being crazy, I'm gonna keep being crazy. I'm gonna keep being loco. I'm gonna keep being out of my mind. I'm gonna keep my screws loose. I don't need no Phillips or no flathead or no wrench or no grips or no pliers or nothing. I want the screws to stay loose. And if they rusty, I don't need no WD-40, no oil, nothing. Let it stay the way they is or the way they are. No problem. Leave it there. I ain't gonna adjust it. I'll be crazy. I'll be insane. I'll be coco, loco, whatever it is. I just know I'm not no fool. I know I don't fall for the foolery. I know I'm not naive. I know I'm not going to settle for stupidity. mediocrity, following, fitting in, none of that. None of that. Nah, I ain't having that. Because it says a lot about me and my character. Fitting in and following, wanting to be like. Nah, nope. That's the problem with people. They want to be like someone else. They don't want to be like themselves. And another thing make me insane, what's funny too, is that people don't like being like themselves. That irritate people. That's insane to me. How you don't want to be like you. You're supposed to be your biggest supporter, your biggest fan. I support people. I ain't a fan of nothing, nobody. I'm my biggest fan. Like I said, I'll support anything and anybody, yes, but I'm not a fan of anything. Only fan I know is the air conditioner or literally the fan. But I'm not a fan of anyone or anything. That's not gonna happen. I'm a grown man. I look like being a fan of someone. Nah, I got all different kinds of colognes and suits and shoes and slacks and button ups. Nah. So just because I have Calvin Klein or Tommy Hilfiger or Polo, or, nah, that don't mean I'm a fan of them. That just means I seen some shirts that they put together that I like, and I brought them or I purchased them. But that don't mean, oh, I'm definitely a fan of Ralph Lauren or Tommy Hilfiger or Guess or Calvin Klein or whoever. Nah. Mm-mm. I could like something and not be a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? So I like eating food. So that mean I'm a fan of food? No. Like eating food though. You know what I mean? Like drinking water. Like I said, the things that I analyze, it makes me insane. It makes me bugged out. It's all right. I'll be okay. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna survive. With or without people. You know what I mean? But I'm learning. A lot of people ain't gonna survive without me. And I don't mean strictly on the internet. I'm just saying in general and in life. I'm gonna have an impact. I'm gonna have an impact. I know what my purpose is. I'm walking in it more and more every day. More and more every day. And what I'm liking and loving about my purpose that make me insane is that I don't need nobody to tell me what it is. I don't need nobody to congratulate me on what it is. I don't need nobody to pat me on the back. It is what it's gonna be. That's why it's my purpose. That's why it's my purpose. Not on here to entertain. Not on here for that. Some of the things I say and do is entertaining. All right. Not on here for that though. Not not on here for that. And I'm never gonna be on here for that. So that's why I tell people what I tell them. You ain't feeling my platform? It's simple. Not interested, don't recommend, unsubscribe. God bless you. It's simple. It ain't much. It's simple. And if it is for you, hit the like button, subscribe, hit that doorbell. So when I go live, you look through the people, you'll see it's me. So I ain't no stranger. You don't just let me in your laptop, your phone, your tablet, your TV, or however you view my content or content. And another thing that makes me insane, ain't nobody pressured to deal with me. Like, ain't nobody obligated to deal with me. I analyze that as well. So people pressure people to deal with them. Nobody has the pressure to deal with me. Come at your own risk. You know what I mean? Come at your own risk. And it ain't a risk like something bad gonna happen, but you come at your own risk. You don't want to come, don't. You ain't got to. You ain't got to. You ain't got to. Another thing that make me insane is that no matter how many people show up that don't encourage me or discourage me to change up my content or my concepts or to change my titles or the name of my videos to draw more people in. Nope, never that either. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Ain't no need to do it. I'm me, and I pray people be them. So look, thanks for everybody who tapped in, who stopped by, who showed love. As always, I appreciate it. I really do. It means a lot. So whether it was one person, two people, three, people gonna come through. Because again, doing these lives again, people starting to come back through and check for me. And I appreciate that. But last but not least about me being the same, look, people gonna talk about you regardless. People gonna criticize you regardless. Be yourself. Be you. Everybody else taking. Let them talk. Be you though. All right? So again, to everybody who tapped in, I appreciate it. Peace and power, shalom. Assalamu alaikum to everybody out there. Stay focused, stay blessed. And remember, people gonna talk. Don't matter. Be yourself. I'm gone.